Aloha nerds, this is Max with Asian Geek Squad, and today we're going to do a tutorial on the Zenfone 3 Deluxe SIM and SD card setup. So, first thing you need to do is make sure you remove your SIM tray. And there's two different combinations here. So, once you remove your SIM tray, you'll see here on the farther part from the base is SIM number 1, which takes a micro SIM. For me, I always have a nano SIM handy and adapters. So here is my nano SIM with an adapter, and that's SIM 1. Now this is important because SIM 1 is the only one that can use, you'll see the little marking there. SIM 1 is the only one that can use 4G. So this one will have access to 2G, 3G, and 4G, whereas SIM 2 or SD card, depending on the setup that you want, will only use 2G and 3G. So for this particular one, if we're going to use the storage, you're just going to lay down your micro SD card right at the top, and you see that is the setup if you want a SIM card, micro SIM or nano SIM with an adapter and storage. Right now we're using 64 gigabytes. You can actually use up to 2 terabytes with this particular device. So that's a lot of storage. However, if you don't need storage, the Zenfone 3 Deluxe that I have comes with 64 gigabytes onboard storage. So right now I'm gonna put another SIM. Now for this one, you're actually gonna need a nano SIM. So the first one, micro SIM, and the SIM 2, nano SIM. And this one's not too difficult. You'll just basically slide it along like so, and just make sure the angle at the bottom, that's where it fits, and you could even jiggle it around a little bit, and that's how you know you've secured it. Now let's go ahead and plug this bad boy in terms of having dual SIM, and show you what happens and how you can set up your settings and so forth. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and unlock that. And here we have the pop-up as soon as you turn it on. You have preferred data service network, SIM 1 and SIM 2. Yeah, excuse me. Okay, so we'll just go to settings. And here there's actually a setting for this, dual SIM card settings. And here you'll see my particular setup, SIM 1 and SIM 2. Okay, and from there, voice call, you can set up to either one. So for example, SIM 2, if that one's only for, say, data, if you use hotspots, then you can set your voice call to only SIM 1, if that's your preference. And you can also change it. We'll just put always asked. And SIM messages, SMS messages, if you use the default messenger, you can actually switch between back and forth easily from a particular number. Now, one particular thing to note is if you're actually receiving a phone call, you'll see which SIM card it's calling. So here I have a screenshot where we're actually calling SIM 1, and it'll say SIM 1 and the number that is calling, and here I have it blocked off. Now let's send a message. So here I'm going to message my friend Aubrey, and I realize that I don't want to send it from SIM 1, I want to send it from SIM 2. All you'll have to do is tap the 1 and select SIM 2, and now your message should say send message from SIM 2. So that's how you would send a text message back and forth between the two different SIM cards. Now, remember I told you earlier that SIM card 1 only has the 4G. Now the one way to verify that is to actually go to Cellular Networks, and from here you can tweak your settings. So here under SIM 1 we have preferred network type, 2G, 3G, and 4G. And under SIM 2 you'll notice that the 4G is blocked off. So even if you turned on data roaming, the 4G will still remain blocked off. So just be wary that you won't be able to get 4G data from SIM card number 2. So that's one downfall, even though you have dual SIM, that it doesn't give you the full capability of the 4G on the second SIM slot, which is the nano SIM we placed earlier. Alright, so there you go. If you guys have any questions about setting up your dual SIM or adding your SD card, don't forget to leave us a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing. Aloha.